Welcome back to Run Through TV. My name is Ben Shepherd, and let's meet today's guest.
My name's Fiona Quinn. I'm an endurance adventurer and a writer. A couple of years ago, I stand-up paddleboarded the length of Britain, having already walked and cycled it. So I became the first woman in history to do a length of Britain triathlon. And since then, I've written a book called Ignore the Fear.
As you've just heard, Fiona's already completed some pretty amazing challenges, and the next one takes a very well-known format, the Couch to 5K, and makes it a little bit more extreme.
Yeah, so my next challenge is called Couch to Ultra Marathon. And the idea behind it is I've never been a runner. Like, I've never run more than 5 miles in my life. But I've always kind of thought, maybe I should be a runner. That's the thing that I should do. So I wondered that if I train for about 6 months or so, then if I could see if I could run the Pennine Way. So it's 260 miles in one go. It's generally considered Britain's toughest ultra marathon. I think it's something like 40,000 foot of elevation. So I'm about 2 months into training. Hopefully do it at some point in June or July in the summer. And just seeing if I can make it the whole way.
I mean, madness, complete madness. What was Fiona's inspiration behind such an amazing challenge?
Yeah, I guess the thing that made me want to do this really was hearing about Jasmine Paris's story. So she ran the Spine Race, the winter sort of challenge that's along the Pennine Way. It's just incredible. So she ran the race. She not only won the overall race, so she beat all the other men and all the other women in the race. She set a new course record overall as well, by like 12 hours, I think it was, and she absolutely smashed it. And she was still expressing milk for her, I think her daughter was 18 months at the time. So she had to stop and she had an extra task along the way, and she still managed to smash the race. And I think it was stories like that I was like, wow, that's incredible. And then it was just something about the Pennine Way that just had this allure to it, that it was this epic route. It was Britain's first national trail. It's generally considered the toughest. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna run a long way, probably make it tricky. And it just so happened that it's 260 miles. It wasn't that I was sort of going for any particular length. It was more the Pennine Way itself that lured me in.
I mean, you'll know by now that Fiona's used to being in tough spots. She paddleboarded the length of Britain being scared of the sea. She had a mental encounter with the Corrie Vecken, which is a whirlpool just off Scotland. If you want to hear more about that or read more about that, check Fiona's book. It's just an incredible, incredible story. She's used to being in these tough spots, but how does she think this next challenge, Couch to Ultra Marathon, is going to compare?
I think it's interesting, actually. So the adventure that you alluded to there with Corrie Vecken when I was paddling the length of Britain, I think for that adventure, that was very much a mental challenge. Like, I was scared of the sea. I didn't really know what I was doing on the sea. And so for me, going out there every day and paddling in an environment that I was really terrified of, that was really mentally challenging. Whereas I think with this run, it's much more of a physical challenge. Like, I pretty much know mentally I can do it. Like, I just have this thing in the back of my mind. I'm like, yep, I could totally do that. But physically, I'm really not sure if my body can hold up that for that long. And I think that's going to be the tricky bit, like getting my body in a position where I can keep going. And invariably it will hurt, but can I still get to the end? I mean, I think that's the question really, whether my body will hold up more so than my mind.
And look, that's something I can't wait to find out. I'm sure you're feeling the same after watching this video. Make sure you do go and follow Fiona on social to keep up to date with everything Couch to Ultra Marathon. Thank you from me. Make sure you do subscribe to Run Through TV as well. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you again soon.